Welcome to BizRoanoke. Today we are with Chief Tim Jones of the Roanoke City Police Department, and we will be talking about a two-part workshop coming up in the near future, workplace violence and the active threat. Hi, Chief Jones.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being with us today. As you know, the City of Roanoke and the County of Roanoke are collaborating with our Departments of Economic Development and our police departments to bring a workshop to our constituents, our business owners, our business leaders. The title of the workshop is Workplace Violence and the Active Threat. We'll talk about prevention, preparation, and response to such an incident. What is your definition of workplace violence?
Well, put very simply, any types of threats or threats of force or force that may disrupt the normal flow of the workplace and the environment that is normally present there.
Right.
Those types of activities fall into the definition of workplace violence.
What are some work-related factors that we might look at that increase the risk of violence? What are some keys that something might be happening?
Okay, behaviors are a large part of it. Understanding what is normal operating behaviors for the personnel assigned within the workplace, any changes to those behaviors, and the overall cohesiveness of the team or the work unit itself, and how to understand and gauge when that behavior and flow is disrupted.
Okay, and that could be with something as simple as language, correct?
Absolutely. It can generate from any type of normal contact,
Right.
From employee to employee, employee to customer. And when you see those changes take place, because we don't always know what's going on in the other half of an employee's life,
Right.
if you see something or hear something, then say something to someone and have mechanisms in place to respond to those types of issues.
Okay, and then thirdly, how does the police department prepare to respond to workplace violence?
Well, we continually train. That's part of our responsibility, is to keep our personnel trained and apprised of what the latest research and technology allows us to do in the workplace, because many times police officers are coming from the outside to the inside,
Right.
and understanding what the workplace is about. Everybody's workplace is a little bit different, and we have to train our officers to understand how dynamic that can be, avenues of approach and escape, what are the best options for employees to exercise when they call the police about intervention options that they might have at their disposal.
And for individuals who might be interested in taking this workshop, it is a two-part workshop, so it's going to take 2 half days out of their work days. But what is some advice you can give to those who might want to register for the workshop?
I'd say register quick. Workplace preparation and how to respond to these issues is a mainstream topic right now.
Right.
And the better prepared, the more knowledgeable you are of the resources that are both internal and external to the organization, the better off everyone is.
Listen, thank you so much today for your time and for your expertise. We really appreciate it. And we will look forward to working with your staff to make this a successful workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're with Tactical Officer Ronnie Hodges with the Roanoke City Police Department. Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, Lisa. How are you?
Fine. Thank you for being with us today. We have an upcoming workshop, Workplace Violence and the Active Threat. We'll be talking about prevention, preparation, and response. Can you tell us about the details related to this upcoming workshop?
Yes, Lisa. What we have is when we come into a place of business, or sometimes we're actually even hosted at our academy, we have a PowerPoint presentation that we do, and it's me and Officer Johnson and Officer Johnson. And we go through the PowerPoint, and we actually use the concept of run, hide, fight. And we use that video, and then we elaborate on those concepts. And then afterwards, we do have a question and answer part of it, which allows the people that we're talking in front of to answer questions, or may bring things up that they didn't know before.
Right, or maybe have questions that they need answers to that they've never been
Yes.
able to get answered before.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Who should attend this workshop?
Anybody, place of business, government entity. We just did one for Department of Social Services,
Right.
roughly almost 300 people. And we actually had to break that up into multiple days, which is an option that you can do. If you can't send everybody at once, we can break it up for you.
Right.
Then the training lasts about an hour. So I would recommend any business or government entity that's interested to call.
So actually, we're doing this two-part series, and it's from 8 to 12 on each of the 2 days. And so if we have a great demand, we're happy to run the course again down the road. When and where will the classes be held?
The class will be held March 28th at the South County Library, and again on April 4th at the Berglund Center at the Exhibition Hall.
Okay, and individuals who attend Part 1 at the South County Library, they can come to Part 2, but you can't just show up for Part 2. You need to complete Part 1 before you complete Part 2, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there's going to be information that's given in Part 1 that if you didn't attend Part 1, you would kind of be a little lost in Part 2.
Okay.
So we recommend attending both of them.
Okay. Why do you feel like it's important for business owners and leaders to attend this two-part workshop?
I believe, the way society is nowadays, we always start our classes off by, we wish we didn't have to be talking about this, but unfortunately we do. So what we do is we try to give tools and options to employees and business owners and managers. In case an event like this does happen, they do have some sort of training to fall back on. Whereas if they didn't have any options or any training, they wouldn't really know what to do. So that's what the main reason is we want to give people the options and training. That way they'll know what to do in an event like this might happen.
Right, right. How can individuals register for the workshop?
You can actually go to the website and register.
Okay, and that will be shown on the screen for folks. And yes, and we encourage individuals to register quickly because we feel like the class will fill very rapidly.
Yeah, it's a very interesting class if you've never been through the class or heard anything about it. And yes, it does fill up fast.
Well, we appreciate your time today. Thank you so much, and we will be right back. Thank you for joining us today. If you have further questions regarding the upcoming two-part training, workplace violence, and the active threat, please give me a call. My name is Lisa Soltis. My telephone number is 540-853-1694, or you may reach me by email at lisa.soltis@roanokeva.gov. Thank you.